around the dash. Nico, another range support that is often banned, and we very rarely saw it get be available this deep in a draft, so it kind of slipped my mind, but a little bit.
I'm really looking forward to it. As Croco and Hype doing some damage here to this dragon, they will be able to take that one down without a contest. Looks like the grubs might be the option here for DK, as they do have aiming and barrel towards his top side, and Max was on that team as well, and now he's over with DK. There are some vibes. That's a Xiu going aggressive here as Morgan is going to bounce to the other side of his circle, but the flash forward will get the flash out. Needlework almost kills him, but it's not quite enough, as I don't know about that one, Showmaker. He is just dead, and the dream of the 70-minute first blood dies with Showmaker.
I do think that when you look at how Showmaker moved there, it was kind of reasonable.
Dying is possible in every possible scenario. But yeah, just it's not something that you really get used to. As now Showmaker is looking to die again, does use the flash this time. Great charm from Closer, and that will confirm it. Kill is stolen there by Polo, so maybe some infighting on the side of Bro. We'll see whether they can hold themselves together.
It's going to be huge, though, because the Drake is up. It's an Infernal Drake, and Bro already have the first dragon of the game here. Croco did not have to use his Cyclone, so I think they should be pretty comfortable to start this up. Morgan.
Yeah, going a bit aggressive here as the circle is going to get Xiu out of there scot-free. And snip, snip. Not going to be too much here as the needlework actually hitting, and Morgan missing a bunch of buttons here under Xiu. Is this just a solo kill? It is. Morgan couldn't get anyway, didn't have his flash.
It's not the first set of abilities Morgan's missed in this lane phase.
It's really opened a huge hole as Closer here, closing in on Showmaker.
There's so much vision for Bro, by the way, all over the map, and I think there's plays like this that are empowered by that. Showmaker goes very greedy here. Could have backed away, but didn't have flash. Very awkward, as Showmaker is going to at least get a turret down here on the bottom side. This game's still relatively even. It feels like a bit of still gets out. Might have been forced to flash, but at the end of the day, it's a huge win for Dplus because they get Herald. They're going to get mid, and maybe Showmaker gets out with flash.
Does manage to flash over the wall, and Morgan does hit some buttons. We'll see whether Showmaker's going to survive. I think a Q might be enough. The auto needs to be there, and there it is. Croco going to have to flash, though, to avoid dying to the turret.
From Xiu, though, they're going to try to punish, and it's too late.
Yeah, teleport is going to be able to get Morgan out of there, so he teleports all the way back to base. Not going to be able to make it down for any sort of dragon fight, though, as the charm is going to connect there onto Barrel. Remember, the movement speed? Well, yeah, he presses a bunch of those buttons, and he will be able to get himself out. The heal and the Shirelias being the two main ones, as Hype in this mid lane will now be able to answer that outer turret that fell just earlier on. And I thought that DK would actually be able to use this to get a dragon.
Yeah, but
as it turns out, it's not going to work.
Yeah, they have to spend so much on Closer.
Never mind, that is the heroic charge, and Closer will just get cut down aiming. Grabs his first of the game.
That might be enough prio to get the dragon.
Yeah, that'll get
very close game, though, because at the outset, it looked like, okay, they got Herald, they got a turret, but Bro also got a turret. They basically got bottom turret. They got that kill on a Showmaker start
position, you know, Wolf.
Yeah, I would argue, okay, we're going to have a bit of a scuffle over this Gromp.
Yep, it's going to be a denial of Croco to be able to escape as well. Still doesn't have that flash back, as there's the ulti onto 2. Croco just wondering where he wants to put his Cyclone, finds the double knockup out of the bottom lane, and will be able to make his way out. And Morgan will survive as well, but DK putting on a lot of pressure. Xiu dancing underneath this turret will be able to demolish the wave at the same time. Feels amazing. And Bro now going to be able to move down and will be able to get some answering vision, as the control ward will be replaced to deny Closer the money. Charm comes in. Lucid, I don't know, not sure about this one, but he does survive for a while before getting put down. There's the flash forward from Closer, and it's a great spell shield from aiming to keep him alive, but still feels like
the win on the top side. Someone needs to defend. It's going to be Morgan.
Yep, it's going to be an ulti used just to demolish the wave and do some damage here to aiming, as there it is. Otacon will be taken down here by the Bros.
And you know, you have the vision control, you can look for turns, you can play around that vision, but being where Lucid was is just not allowed, unfortunately. Atlas, like, Bro were like, oh, we don't have any vision. Yeah, Bro finally kind of get that honest setup here because they had enough control. They can actually look to start this dragon and look for a turn. Paulo in perfect position for a flash Pop Blossom.
Well, there's the Cyclone as ulti comes on through. That gets rid of the Ahri. That could be a big deal, actually, as the clone will be dealt with. And Morgan going hyper-aggressive. A lot of damage here as Lucid trying to make his way out of Xiu's flashing forward. Morgan will be taken out. The Gwen is a menace, but will be eliminated. And the Bros pretty happy with how this has gone so far. A lot on cooldown on the side of Deep. Not too much more as DK will start off this dragon.
Now Paulo doesn't have flash, so they're not worried about it. They're not concerned about that Pop Blossom re-engage.
In fact, no one has flash on the side of Bro. Lucid does have his, though, as the Weaver's Wall comes on down. A little knockback there onto Hypers. It was almost a 50-50, but not able to get over that wall. And DK just lock him out and take it down.
That's the kind of shot calling I think it's been missing for Bro.
Here we go, Cyclone comes in. We'll need another one though if he wants to knock up aiming. And now he's just getting kited, put on a leash and taken down. Not something you're supposed to do, I think, with monkeys, but that is fine. DK, and if you can guarantee tempo, you don't need engage.
Right? Oh, exactly. So that's a great way to say, like, we have a Karma lane that doesn't need the engage. Oh, Croco!
Speaking of engage, the wall is going to come in there. Showmaker turning up as they're looking to defend the president, and they are going to be able to do so. Never mind, Morgan, the Lord, will be able to take down the Sivir, but Shu finds the backline. Look at these low health bars as Hype just barely out of the way of that threaded volley, but it's Lucid that slams him into the wall and takes him down, and they'll grab a monkey as well. DK still coming out on top.
Get this. A cool attempt there for Bro, and I think the best fight they were ever going to get in that situation. Mission accomplished in terms of killing the Sivir.
As the Mountain Drake has spawned, that'll be Mountain Soul Point here for DK. The quad stack of mountains might be on the table if they don't just end the game beforehand. Oh god, Shu does a lot of damage to these turrets. Needlessly large rod now completed. Beginnings of the fourth item. Could be either a Zhonya's or a Death Cap. I think when you go for the rod first, it feels like it's a little bit more Death Cappy. Because otherwise I think you build an arm guard.
Yeah, I think in this game you can't build an arm guard because you can't afford it. You know, you're not in a situation to where you can actually look for a big play. You just need damage, you need to buy time, you need to clear waves. And this wave is not cleared, and this turret is cleared by Shu.
Yep, he is going to be able to break open the base here for the first time as the inhibitor will follow.
One more try.
Oh god, the Hail Mary, the Lord is coming in, and the helicopter is just going to stop. That is an immediate landing as, okay, there was a flank angle, but now they just decide to go in. Shu is going to fall though, and now the circle is put down, and Morgan is bouncing around and looking for the opportunities here as Hype free hitting, but the threaded volley is going to buy the space that DK need. 50 seconds now though on Shu, and this dragon is up. Oh, the seismic shove is good. On to Morgan, and these health bars are getting lower and lower. It is another little spin here.
Rocco still has Cyclone. Dplus really need to be careful about the retreat angle here. They're trying to figure out where this Wukong is so they can try to get their backs off here. Looks like Bro are just going to concede the kills and look for the Drake instead. Will be Soul Point for them.
Yeah, picking that one up. There's the double tap on the Boomerang. Can we get rid of the jungle? It went down to 43 health. That's kind of insane, but that is Soul Point for the Bros as Showmaker surfing over, looking for an angle, and this position is awkward. Seismic Shove doesn't quite find the mark, but Heroic Charge, that one definitely does, and now Showmaker can throw rocks all around the Bro Glass house, and they will be able to take down 3 in the first salvo. Hype now running the wrong direction, and Closer, there ain't no way you're getting out of this one, says Lucid, and this may just have been the last attempt from the Bros. The old Dragon for Nexus trade to come through.
I have to give it to the Bros. Both of those flank attempts were way better than I think in most cases they would have, but it still just isn't enough. Some creative problem solving, but ultimately Dplus are just too big. Showmaker has the TP back in. They have the Sivir ult, and they clean up house. Dplus